Okay, here we are at the tools. Some of these tools you will not necessarily need just to trim your horse, but if you happen to have a horse you're going to trim that has shoes on, you're going to need something to remove those shoes with. One tool that works real well for that is this crease nail puller. It's designed to pull one nail at a time. On a shoe that's been on a horse for a time, though, it might be difficult to get the nail, but it is a very good tool. This is a pull-off, and it's designed to get underneath of the shoe, between the shoe and the foot, and then pry the shoe up, and then you can take it real easily one nail at a time. Okay, of course this is that driving hammer that I use to drive horseshoe nails with, but I'll use it in conjunction with this clinch cutter. And this clinch cutter serves for me as a dual purpose tool. I use the Pritchell end of it as a hoof pick. Now, so this is what I use to clean the horse's foot out with. But I also will use this like this to put underneath the clinches. That's why it's called a clinch cutter. Okay. In cleaning the foot, we're going to want to remove all the dirt out of it that we can. So either a real stiff brush or a wire brush will become very handy for you so that you can see more clearly the foot. It'll help you to remove all the debris. You will need some sort of a good hoof knife, and I say a good hoof knife. The better hoof knives are going to come to you already sharpened. The cheaper hoof knives will come so dull that I couldn't even begin to use them. So just find you a high quality hoof knife, and that hoof knife does need to be sharp. If it's dull, it's a very dangerous tool, but the sharper it is, then you don't have to put much pressure on it to get it to work. So this is a loop knife here. It's just got a cutting edge on both sides. This is basically a left-handed and a right-handed knife together. This one is a right-handed knife. They do come right and left, so get one according to whatever you need. In our mapping, you will need some type of a device to measure the foot width. I like to use this divider. It's got all kind of marks on it. These are inch marks, and then I can set it on there, and that will tell me how wide it is out here. And I use a Sharpie to put marks on the bottom of the foot to tell me what I need to do. And of course, then once we have the foot prepared, this is the nipper that you will use. Some type of a high quality nipper will be very important. I do think it's important to know that good tools do not make the farrier. It's the understanding on how to use the good tools that makes things work a lot better. So, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to have the very best tool in order to do good work, but you do need a tool that's gonna serve you well. And then lastly, and probably the most important tool that you're gonna have in your box as far as trimming goes, is this rasp. And it needs to be a high quality horseshoeing rasp. My favorite one is the Bellotta Classic, and this is a sleeve that I keep my rasp in that has a rubber coating to just protect that rasp, because if it bangs and clangs against metal, it's going to dull real easily. So, and then some type of a box, you know, to carry the tools in is very handy. You will need something on your legs to protect your pants and protect your legs. And then over here I have a couple of different stands. This is one to just set the foot on to finish the foot. And then this one is a cradle that I use to set the foot in. This one actually will help you to hold that horse's foot up. So this one takes a lot of strain off your body.